Good afternoon, everyone. Jason here. What I want to talk to you about today is the TopstepTrader Trading Combine, the $50,000 trading combine that we passed step 2 live in our trade room. And if you're not familiar with TopstepTrader, they basically provide funding to traders. If you can pass their risk criteria and their profit objectives, then they will provide you with a funded trading account whereby after the first $5,000, of which you keep 100%, they will then allow you to keep the profits up to 80% without taking any of the drawdown risk. So what I do occasionally is I'll go through and I will take these trading combines in front of a live trading audience. The parameters are somewhat stringent, but that is to be expected as that you are trading their money. And the way I always look at it is that if I were giving you money to trade, I would have some stringent parameters around those as well. So what we do occasionally is we'll go through this process. I'll go through step 1 typically, but sometimes, like we did this time, I'll take it all the way to step 2. If you'd like to learn more about how to select the trading combine, I encourage you to go to our website, oiltradinggroup.com. And we have a video here. I did a webinar on how I passed the trading combine in 15 days. This was back almost a year ago in October of last year. In fact, if you look at their website, the fastest number of days to be funded of the 1,020 funded accounts in August of 2018. In 2018, not August, but accounts in 2018, 15 was the fastest number of days to be funded. And if you look here, we did a video presentation on that, how we did that in the fastest time. That was us and doing that fastest time possible. Now, again, I encourage you to watch this video because I talked to you about the entire trading combine and how to select the best trading combine and all of those kinds of ideas on my thoughts on the best trading combine, why I picked a $50,000 versus a $30,000 up to $150,000 trading combine, and I go through that whole process with you here. It's about 52 minutes long and 53 minutes long, and I think you'll find some value in it. So I won't go into all of the details today about this step 2 trading combine, but I will point out a few of the things that are important here. The obvious final balance here was 53,118. Again, we had to reach a $3,000 profit objective, and we had to trade a minimum of 10 days. Now, this is an interesting, this point right here is interesting, and it's a must do. You have to trade a minimum of 10 days. Well, if you come back here and look at our statistics during this process, you can see that by the time we got to day 5, so from August 26th to August 30th, we had already hit our profit objective. Despite the fact that we had a drawdown of 893 on August 28th. What we had to then spend, what I needed to do then in order to complete this combine of trading a minimum of 10 days, I had to go through and I just basically put a series each day of 1 lot trades and tried to let it run up a little bit and just take a couple of ticks, etc. And so you can see here that I had a small winning, small losing, small losing, small losing, and a small win to complete out the process. The real big key thing that we look at in here on an everyday basis is reward to risk ratio. And if you look here, the average winning trade was $489, and the average losing trade was just around $100. Now, those numbers are skewed just a bit because, again, the small winning days were $890. And we had a $6.30 winning day. And then, of course, we had the smaller losing day. So those numbers are a little less accurate. But again, you can kind of see here that we did have a couple of very large days. So you can kind of get the idea. On this particular day, there was, what is that? $2,900 win and an average 123 loss. So again, that's kind of the statistics. So once you make it through this process, you'll get these this is the login to the TopstepTrader website. You'll receive these banners, and then you'll get a couple of emails, and that's really what I want to talk to you about today. The first email that you'll receive is from the let me take that off here. That's their Facebook channel. And the first email you'll receive is from their CEO, Michael Patak. And again, he just talks to you, says, hey, Jason, your hard work, congratulations, you passed step 2. The real kind of key thing to know here is that if you have a monthly subscription, and you will, then once you make it through step 2, that monthly subscription is canceled. I would encourage you to watch this video. Michael gives you some really good tips on how to make sure that you stay funded and that you stay successful in that process. Also, the one that is probably the most important email in the couple of emails that you get is they're going to give you an option here. And I'm going to talk about this pro account versus funded account here in just a second. But basically, again, Matt sends me an email that says, hey, congratulations on passing the combine and reaching the funded level. I want to reach out to you and extend an offer to participate in a newly completely optional program. And the program is called the Pro Trading Account. And again, it tells you what it's designed to do. But let's talk about what that Pro Trading Account is versus a funded account. So historically, and again, I've been part of TopstepTrader, and I've been going through trading combines since their inception. In fact, I was one of the first people to get, I think I was one of the first 50 people to receive a funded account back in 2012. And so I've been going through this process over the course of the years. And I go through this process for a couple of reasons. One is that it does provide you with very strict risk parameters on what you can and cannot do. And I would just want to make sure that we can show people that it is possible to pass with the stringent risk parameters. They have made a ton of positive changes over the course of the years. In fact, when I started, I always kind of joke around and say I sound like my grandfather here, or my dad, where he talks about when your dad talks to you about, or used to talk to you about the how difficult it was back in his day, right? I used to have to carry my brother on my shoulders in the snow uphill to school, both directions every day, right? And so at the risk of sounding like that here, it used to be much more difficult to pass a trading combine. In fact, when I started back in 2012, if you wanted to pass a $150,000 trading combine, you needed to hit $12,000 in 10 trading days. That's all you had. Not a minimum trading days, the maximum trading days. You had to be at the end of that. You had to have that performance at the end of 10 days. And then the drawdown was something like $3,000. Now you could trade up to 13 lots and all of those kinds of things, but you could kind of see that you had a balancing act where you had to make $1,200 minimum kind of at an average per day in order to get there. And you could not do it in just one day. So you couldn't just get lucky, trade 13 lots and go for 100 ticks and pass in one trading day. They had other parameters around you, like average winning trade had to be greater than your average losing trade. You had to win a minimum of 6 trading days out of the 10. And if you made it to $11,999 and day 10 ended, you did not pass. So they have made a number over the years of excellent changes that are more realistic to trading and are in your favor. And again, what I'm about to show you is another one of those ideas. So they give you 2 choices here. They give you the opportunity to select the pro account or a funded account, an actual funded account. Now the differences are simply this. The pro account, in my opinion, is the way to go. And the reason that I say that is you can almost start immediately. If you look here, it says access to your account is within 1 to 2 business days. And on the funded account, you can start trading within 7 to 10 business days. I need to take a step back, though, and tell you what the differences are right off the top. The pro account is a simulated trading account. It is not live money yet. The funded account is actual live money. And so the big differences, as they are outlined here, is with this simulated pro account, again, so you make it through the first step, you make it through the second step, and you have an option now. You're kind of at that fork in the road. I can go left, which is the pro account, the continued in the simulated account, or B, go directly into the funded account. So you might say to yourself, well, geez, Jason, I made it through step 1 and step 2. Why on earth would I want to go into another simulated account? Well, here's the cool part. If up to $5,000 in that simulated account, you are earning real dollar profit, but you're doing it in the simulator. Now, there's a benefit on both sides of the house here. There's a number of benefits to you as the trader. There's a benefit to them at TopstepTrader. Some traders, when they make that switch from simulated to live, kind of lose their mind a little bit and end up losing capital or trading outside of what the normal parameters of what they've been trading, and things just kind of go haywire when you are in that live account for the first time. So this is kind of a protection for them, and it is protection for you as well. It keeps you kind of grounded and understanding that you're still in the simulator and that you're not losing their money and you're not losing real money. You're actually in that simulated account, but they allow you to make real profits while you're in the pro account. So let me say that again. Even though you are trading in the simulator, if you go from $0 to $5,000, they are going to switch you into a live funded account, but you get to keep that $5,000 that you earned in the simulator. That's your money, and up to 100% of that, if you wanted to withdraw it all right that second, up to $5,000, you get to keep 100% of that money. Now, that is a super duper benefit for you, the trader. You don't have the pressure of necessarily being in the live market, but you're also earning real money. So all of that hard work you did to get from step 1 to step 2 and step 2 to finish step 2, you also get to keep the money that you make in this funded account. So again, you can start that almost immediately. So you know how anxious you get as a trader. You want to, you went through step 1, you went through step 2. It took you this amount of time to do it, and now you're there, and now you have to wait 7 to 10 days to get your live account. Well, you don't have to do that in the pro account. You get that in as little as 1 to 2 days, and in most cases, they can get it set up for you in 1 business day. Exchange and data fees. Again, you are in that simulated account. You're working through TopstepTrader. You don't have any data fees. And the minute you go through and you say, yes, put me in that funded account, then you're going to immediately have to start paying exchange and data fees. And depending on what that market and how many markets you want to trade or that you have been trading, that can be anywhere as low as $100 up to several $100s, depending on how many markets you're trading and the exchange fees for those markets. The second thing is platform fees. There are no additional platform fees required. So remember, as you go through and you're trading in the simulated accounts at TopstepTrader, they provide data fees and platforms and all of those kinds of things. You're not going to have any additional platform fees once you go live. So again, that's also a very good benefit. And here's another big benefit. If you break a rule, right, and that happens, it's trading, it happens, you may break a rule. Hopefully you don't, but if you did break a rule, you only go back to step 2 of the trading combine if you're in that pro account. If you're not in the pro account and you're in that funded account and you lose real money breaking a rule, or lose real, like let's say you lose $2,000 on a $50,000 account, then you're out, right? And then you have to come all the way back to step 1 and go through that process again. So there are several benefits to doing it this way, and there's not a lot of benefits to doing it going directly into that funded account, with the exception of 1, maybe 2. But before I move on to what those benefits are of going directly into the funded account, one of the extra benefits you get out of doing this in that simulated account is, again, you get the benefits of what a simulated account will provide for you sometimes. Sometimes the fills are better in that simulated account than they would be in a real live market environment, right? So if you're going short at this level and it pops up through that level and you get a better fill, then that's to your benefit, right? And so again, as I look at the world, any edge you can get when you're trading, and TopstepTrader is willing to put you in this and pay you money to trade in that simulated account, then that is a massive benefit in your favor. So again, once you get your feet underneath you and once you're going through this process, all of the benefits that you can put on your side of the ledger make for an excellent opportunity. And again, it's why I prefer the pro account. Now, I talked to a trader a couple of weeks ago who went through all of this and said, you know what, Jason, I want to be in that funded account. I want to feel the pressure of being in a live account. I want that opportunity to see that. I want to feel that. I want to see what the negative slippage is. I just want that additional pressure of doing that. And that's fine, right? That is each individual trader's choice, right? Trading is about what is right for you. You have to find that sweet spot that is right for you. And if that's the choice that you would like to make, then you select a funded account and you understand all of the things that go on inside of this funded account, and then you make your choice and you go for it. And that's a really cool process that TopstepTrader is allowing you to do. So once you get through that process, they say, which direction do you want to go? I want to go to the pro account or I want to go to the funded account. So you select that pro account. It will take you to this page. And then once you get here, you will go through and they sign an agreement on the pro account, right? So if you click here, they will go through, redirect you to basically a DocuSign document. Let's see here. And then here are the documents where they spell out exactly what it is that you're required to do and the agreement between you and TopstepTrader. So with all of that being said, all right, the last piece of this email, let me bring this up here. Last piece of this email, it says, how can we offer all these benefits? The pro account gets you started earning in a simulated trading environment. Then at any time, you can request your $5,000, etc. And again, they give you a nice frequently asked question area here. And again, just remember, if you're asking yourself, well, this sounds too good to be true, why do they do that? Well, there is a benefit to TopstepTrader for doing it this way as well. And simply put is that if their trader goes through and they select a live account and they blow out that account in a short amount of time, and there's about 1 million reasons why that could happen, undisciplined, pressure, just any number of different reasons why something like that could happen. If that does happen, then they've lost real money. If you do that in the simulated account, then they don't lose real money. And so they've made a decision to say, look, we are going to give you an opportunity to do it in this simulated account. That way you get kind of the bugs worked out. You've proven another third step, and then they're going to pay you for your time. And that is just outstanding. I don't know many other places, whether let's just take it out of the realm of trading and just put it into the business realm, where they're going to take all of the risk and give you a lion's share of the reward. There just aren't many places in the world that will do that for you, and this is one of them. So again, take what you've learned, take the process that you've gone through to successfully trade, take that one more step in the simulated account. They're going to pay you to do it. And once you get to $5,000 and you've shown yourself and you've shown them, and at any time, by the way, you could move over to that funded account, but I don't really know why you would. I would maximize the advantages that are offered to you up to $5,000 and then go for it like that, right? And then continue to go for it in that funded account. So that's just wanted to kind of go through the process here of what that's going to look like once you make it through your step 2 of your TopstepTrader Trading Combine. And again, as always, I want to say thank you for watching the videos here today, and good luck and good trade.